Well, good morning. Today is Monday, May 22nd. It's time for our weekly meeting highlights. As you know, the theme for this month is the things we say to ourselves. Sometimes we should say them out loud rather than just listen to them in our heads. I think if you say them out loud and project them out into the universe, it'll make a difference, because let me tell you, I definitely need to be talking to myself. And I'll show you why. Let me show you how I did, because I show you every week how I did on my weight. Let me brace yourself. It's ugly. It's really ugly. I gained 2 pounds, and I am not the least bit surprised. I am not the least bit surprised. I am going to tell you my weight today, because I usually don't tell you my weight. I told you in the past when I was really proud of how well I was doing. I always told you how well I was doing. And I was always proud to show you, even when I was 304.2 is what I started off at, 304.2. Every week I told you, because I was going down. I was losing weight, and I was really proud of the fact that I thought, I'm not that same big number. But as my weight has been going up, I am not sharing my weight. And I think that's one of the major hurdles of my weight loss, is not showing you my weight, not being accountable. When I went to the meetings, I showed you my little book, and you could see the little stamp in it. You could definitely see exactly how much I weighed. Now you're just taking my word for it. So I promise I'm not lying. Who would lie about the number? But I just need to do that. So first things first, let me tell you that I weighed 249.8. 249.8. Starting next week, I'm going to list that in my weight loss, like you'll see, because I truly mean weight loss, because I was so, if you've watched me for a while, I have a doctor's scale that I can click over the big clunkers. And when I was able to click the 250 over to the 200, it was like I could hear the angels singing in heaven. It was just like, the choir was singing and everything. And this morning when I was like, with that thing, and it kept, it was getting so close. And thankfully I didn't have to click it over to the big number, because psychologically, I don't know what that would have done to me. I really, truly don't know what that would have done to me. But it's a reality check. So 249.8 is what I weighed this morning, which was a 2-pound gain, which, like I said, I'm not surprised. And it's a total loss of 54.4. I'm proud of the 54.4, but I was at 96 pounds lost. So that's like an eye opener. And like I said, sometimes we just have to scream it from the rooftop. And it's like, and not that I'm going to let my neighbors know how much I weigh, but I can see it in my videos. I can see in my face. My face is getting fuller again. My clothes are getting a little bit tighter again. So the first thing I had to acknowledge was I have to start sharing my weight. I have to start being a little bit more accountable to not only myself, but to you guys, because when I'm accountable to other people, it makes a lot more sense. I fell away from showing my food because I just felt, I made the excuse of saying, I'm just too consumed with food. If I keep showing you my food, I'm so consumed with my food. Obviously I'm consumed with my food. I gained 2 pounds. So, no, the buck stops here. The whole summer's coming up. I did my daily vlog. I'm going to touch a little bit more on it. So if you check out my daily vlog later on tonight, I'm going to tell you my plan of action for the summer, and some of the facts that I've let slip by me that have smacked me in the face this morning. So, but enough about that. Today we're going to talk about our meeting highlights, which is how to get started with activity. One knows that no one is ever out of shape no one is never too out of shape to be active. 2, before you move your body, you've got to I should just edit this part out, but you know what? This is who I am. Although the neighbors are going to start with the lawn cutting. I don't feel like getting up to close the window. Hopefully it won't get too loud. If it gets too loud, I'll close the window. Let's get started with the meeting highlights. How to get started with activity. 1, know that no one is ever too out of shape to be active. 2, before you move your body, you have to change your mindset. And 3, keep on reading. I always had the excuses I was getting bigger and bigger and bigger when I was younger, that, I can still do everything that I need to do. I was still able to go with my kids to their ball games, to their soccer games, go on their field trips, go there, like as a chaperone. I was the lunch mother. I was active in church. I always made the excuse that my weight is not keeping me from doing what I want to do. As I'm getting older now, my balance is a little bit off, which I attribute to the weight gain that I put on over the last 3 years. I did really well in 2020. It was once the world opened up that I went crazy again. So I need to get back on that frame of mind. And also, I just know that I don't walk as fast, which is part of being older. I understand, but a lot of it has got to do with the fact that I've gained extra weight. It's a little bit harder to get off of a chair. An embarrassing moment for me. TMI if you don't want to hear it. Don't listen if you don't want to hear it, but I don't have an edit button. I went to a public restroom. I sat down, did my business, could not get up. I did not have enough strength in my legs to lift myself up. There was nothing to grab onto to pull myself up with, and it was a humiliating moment. And in that moment, I was thinking, am I going to have to call someone in another stall to help me get up? It was through sheer determination that I was able to maneuver myself off of that toilet seat. And it was a realization, because obviously this just happened recently because I'm back on track now. But I don't want to get to that point again. As I'm getting older, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get up off of out of a chair and things like that. I don't want to add to the stress of that by having extra weight to lift. So, okay, enough about the TMI. We're moving on now. These are some things that we're going to tell you to try. Prep your mindset. Tell yourself, just because I think I'm too out of shape to be active doesn't mean it's true. I can still move forward. I sometimes do make the excuse, well, you know what, the reason you can't do that is because you're a little bit older now. I mean, gosh, you're 72. You can't do the same things a 50-year-old can do. And then you turn the news on and you see this woman that's 90 years old that's visited every single state park in the United States. And then you see George Bush, like at 190 years old or something, jumping out of an airplane. I mean, you can get things done no matter what your age. It might be a little bit more difficult, but it's not impossible. So you got to get that mindset out. Well, I'm this blah, blah, blah age that I can't do this anymore. You're never too old, as they say. You're never too old. It may take you a little bit longer. You may be a little bit slower doing it. But if you're healthy enough and you figure that I got to get that out of the way. If you're healthy enough, you can do it. The second thing they tell you to do is pick an activity. Brainstorm a few ideas that seem doable and interesting to you, then choose, like walking, Zumba, stretching, Pilates, or cycling. Jim and I go to the LA Fitness twice a week. The reason we don't go more often is because Jim works afternoons and we go on his days off. I ride the bike for about 20 minutes. I'm going to try to increase it to a half an hour. I'm working my way up to that. And then I get in the pool and I do some water exercises. I use the water dumbbells to do my walking, and I walk in the pool and do exercises in the pool for at least 30 minutes. Sometimes it's 45, but at least 30 minutes, and I'm getting some physical activity in the pool. I am not a strong swimmer, so I don't swim laps, but I do enough. Like I kick my legs, I do my stretches, I do my exercise into my walking. I do miss my walking outside. The reason I haven't been walking so far, because usually about now is when I've really started walking, is on June 2nd, I think it is, either June 1st or June 2nd. We haven't determined exactly what day we're going to be leaving, but we're going to South Dakota, we're going to Minnesota, we're going to be making the rounds, we're going to be gone for a couple weeks. And last summer I couldn't do anything because I had plantar fasciitis. It was so painful to walk. I didn't want to agitate my feet before then, but my plan is when I get home from all that walking, I'm going to start walking again, because I just so enjoy walking, getting to see the way the seasons change, me seeing my neighbors, just getting out for that little burst of energy. And starting my day off with a walk. I miss starting my day off with a walk, so I'm going to get back to that. Hopefully I can get Jim to join me, because Jim needs to lose some weight too. Then the next thing they tell you to do is plan your moves, then do it. List each step involved in doing the activity. Think small and start very simple. Make a simple start. Don't try to do it too much. So like, oh my God, I almost got shoes. Get rid of that. If you're going to try Zumba, try a 5-minute Zumba. Build it up to a 15-minute session. And then after that, sign up for a class. My walking, when I do start walking, at one point I was up to I was walking like 3 miles. I don't know that I'll ever get back to that again. I would like to. And I'm not saying never say never. But I would like to get back to walking at least a mile a day. If I walk my whole neighborhood block, it's 1 mile. But if I just walk my short little block that I live on, it's a half a mile. So my plan is when I get back is to start with just a half a mile. And maybe with all my walking that I'll be doing for the next 2 weeks, or not the next 2 weeks, but the 2 weeks that I'm on vacation, maybe I'll build myself up enough that first day I can walk the whole mile, and then build myself up to like 1.5 miles, and then to 2 miles. Another thing is Kim, over at A Girl on Her Phone, does a dance every morning, and she's up to 2 dances or 3 dances. And, there's like Richard Simmons. I do have a Richard Simmons, Sweating to the Oldies. I do have a DVD of that. So, I could be doing that. And it's fun at the same time. It's fun. So, another thing they do is attend at least half of the first class. If you decide to join a Zumba class or something, attend at least the first half of the class to see how it feels, and then complete the whole class. Like I said, I'm going to start with like a short half-mile walk, and then build myself up to 1 mile, then 1.5 miles, hopefully up to 2 miles. I don't walk in the winter anymore. I know there are things you can put on your shoes. There are walking sticks, which I do have walking sticks that to keep you secure. I just don't want a chance of fall. So maybe in the winter, now that I'm back going to the gym, maybe I'll join a gym that's a little closer to home that I can go to on the days the gym's not going. I belong to the Silver Sneakers plan on my insurance, and so there's an Anytime Fitness that's right by the Starbucks over here by me that I could attend. There's also a Planet Fitness. So, I have a choice of 2 different places that I can go. And neither one has a pool, but I can always work on doing the pool things on the 2 days that I go with Jim. And once you're done, pause and reflect. After mastering the first move on your list, recognize that you can be and are now active. Take the naysayer thoughts away, then keep on going. We all think, I'll never be able to do that. I'll never be able to do that. But you know what? You surprise yourself. Every day you can surprise yourself and do just a little bit more than you did the day before. Now we're going to dive a little deeper. Thoughts don't always tell the truth, especially when it comes to physical activity. Can you go from getting to 50 steps a day walking to running a 5K overnight? No, and nor should you. So ask yourself, where can I start? A slightly longer walk, a few chair exercises. Over time, 5 minutes can turn into 10 minutes, then 30, and then jog or a full workout. Excuse me. I'll never do a full jog. I have knee replacements, and it's just too much stress on the knees. But I can get to that, back to that 2 mile walk. I really can. The key to getting there is calling BS on your brain when it tells you you're too out of shape, I'm too far gone to get in shape. Otherwise, those thoughts can stop you from even trying. Breaking down activity into smaller steps and crushing what you can do brings the receipts, proof that you can be active. You need to stop letting the negative thoughts of your mind convince you that, I'm not going to walk 2 miles. There's no way I'm going to walk 2 miles. Replace it with, soon enough I'm going to walk 2 miles. But today I'm going to start with a half a mile. And maybe all this week, maybe just a half a mile. But next week for sure, I'm going to increase that to 3/4 of a mile. Don't make too unrealistic goals. If you make an unrealistic goal, you're just not going to do it. You're just not going to make it. So just start with really small little goals. It'll build confidence in your actual physical fitness, fueling you as you progress to the next step and everyone after that. I know it's in the morning, my fault, sorry. On this journey, you can change your eating habits one decision at a time. You lose weight pound by pound, and you can get active and enjoy all the weight loss benefits and health benefits that come with it by just starting with step by step. 3 fast facts. Number 1, all movement counts in improving health, and some is better than none. If you even just got out of your chair during a commercial and just did little leg kicks or walk in place or something like that during the commercial, if you're confined to the sitting and you can't get up, there are chair exercises. Check out YouTube. There are all kinds of chair exercises that you can try. Number 2, if you believe your fitness level can change over time, you're more likely to be active. Like I said, I'm not going to walk 2 miles tomorrow, but, I could walk a half a mile tomorrow. I could. And I know I could. Even now, I know I could. And so convince yourself that, like down the line, farther down the line, you're going to reach that goal, that ultimate goal that you want to do. And the third thing is breaking down activity goals into small, doable steps can increase the likelihood that you'll be active always and keeping it up. When I was really gung-ho on this weight loss plan, I was losing weight, I was exercising, I was feeling good about myself, I was feeling good about life in general. I still have a good outlook on life, I really do, but I want to get back to feeling really good like I was before. And the only way I'm going to do that is to not gain 2 pounds like I did this week. And get back to that 96 pounds. I want to get to that 100-pound goal. It's a personal goal that I set for myself back in the 70s. And that just seems like so long ago, which it was 50 years ago. It was like, and for 50 years, I've been striving for this goal. I pride myself on the fact that I've never given up. I've strayed along the way, I've stopped, but since 2016, I pay those monthly dues for Weight Watchers. I've paid them so much money, I could have a personal trainer come and fix all my meals and all that. I could employ one for a year, I think, for as much money as I paid. But I've learned a lot of helpful tools. I've learned a lot about myself, and I know that I'm going to do this. I just know that I'm going to do this. So I was wondering how you guys did. I think I've lost a lot of people because they got discouraged with me. Even though I changed my channel name to Life with Sandy, when I headed this Let's Get Fit, I was losing weight. When I really look back at it, when I changed my channel name to Let's Get Life with Sandy is when I kind of gave myself permission not to lose weight anymore. I still plan on keeping the title of my channel because I do like the name, because it really is my life. It's life with me. But my life with Sandy can involve losing weight also. And I forgot that. I did forget that. So what are some things that you've forgotten along the way that sometimes you just need a gentle reminder? Mine is that just because it's Life with Sandy doesn't mean that I can't share my weight loss journey. And I fell away from that. So I'm going to get back on track with that. So check out my daily vlog today when I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about it. And just stay, watch me for the summer. Watch me for the summer. By my birthday on September 7th, if you feel that I have not given it the full 100% effort that I should, unsubscribe to me, because I'll deserve losing you as a friend. Because it's just, I have to be honest not only to myself, but to you guys. And more so to myself. I'm always honest with you, but I don't think I'm as honest with myself. So what are some things that you feel that you're not honest with yourself? Because I have a long list of things that I'm not honest with myself about. But I plan on changing that. So 2-pound gain, 249.8. Disgusting. But, so anyway, how did you guys do? Let me know. Talk to you on my daily vlog. But if not, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you soon.